Hello, I am your host, Kathy Chester, and welcome to the Move It or Lose It podcast, a podcast about all things that move the mind, body, and soul. The Move It or Lose It podcast is for information, awareness, and inspirational purposes only. I am not a doctor, and I don't even play one on TV, so please consult your doctor before making any medical decisions. The views expressed by advertisers, guests, or contributors are their opinions and not necessarily the views of the Move It or Lose It podcast.
Do you know anyone that is struggling with walking or any spasticity in their body? I know that I do with multiple sclerosis and many people that I love. Well, not too long ago, I came across a company called Pulse Devices. Let me tell you, nothing like anything else I've ever tried before. Pulse device uses local vibration therapy, and it's based on years of scientific literature. It found the vibration to dramatically reduce spasticity and improve motor function for MS patients. Something, wow, I know that I can use and so many people can use. So if you want to pick up yours today, they're giving us at MS Disrupted, all caps, MS Disrupted, $30 off your Pulse device. Go grab it, see how you like it. Make sure that you use the coupon, and don't forget, they are a great company. If you do not like the product, they will take it back with a full refund. Thank you, Pulse device.
Hello, welcome to Move It or Lose It and
MS Michigan Man 64 podcast.
So we got something a little different today. We're going to have a little podcast, a little YouTube, a lot of Instagram Live. So something fun today. I met this man a few months ago, and I did a podcast with him. And now we're MS Disrupted and something else. So both love Michigan. We're not going to do Michigan sweatshirts today. Doesn't mean we're not going to do it next time, though. So what was up, by the way? Michigan, I was so excited. Michigan was playing. Michigan State played one. Kudos to Michigan State. All right, they did March Madness. And then right after, Michigan played Auburn. Bum, bum, bum. But State lost to Auburn last night. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Auburn's doing really well. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? But anyway, so we had a lot of fun together doing our podcast and sometimes instantly that just magic happens. And we knew we wanted to collaborate on stuff. Both of us had that same feeling about competing is one thing because both of us are pretty competitive in certain things, sports, stuff like that. But in this area, collaborating is so much better. And being able to collaborate with people that you have the same heart with, that you have the same vision, is something that's so awesome. And so look forward to seeing us collaborate on some things. So one of those is going to be a lot of the MS stuff that we do and some podcasting stuff. And as we move forward in the next year, 5, 10, but we're going to be doing some really cool things. So what are you up to? What are you going to be doing?
I'm actually, my podcast has grown. I started this in December of 2024. And I am connecting with so many people, Kathy. And, it's just people that want to hear, they want to be heard.
Yeah.
They want to be heard. And the journey that they had with their diagnosis and everybody is so different. So it's just, I think it's such a good platform just to let people know what's going on with their life and how it affects their life, their employment.
Well, yeah. And we talked about that before. And I would say, if you have not heard Brian's podcast, all of your stuff is on TikTok, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So I would say one of the things, Adam and I, if you don't know Adam, I don't know, you just have to look at my stuff because you'll find Adam and I on everything doing stupid stuff where we don't like each other. We kind of get on each other's. It's like a brother-sister thing that we've got going. It's always been like that. So we were having a chat that you probably see tomorrow. But we were talking about you. We were talking about some other things. And one of the things that we love so much about what you do in your podcast is so different because you are always with the patient. And it's different because it's about what each patient is going through, whether they have MS, whether they have something different. You give so much time for that patient to really talk about what they're going through. You even said with me when I was at my brother's house and it was like, what is happening to my life? And I really talked to Adam about that, that I don't think there was a day, honestly, Brian, that, people know a little bit more about what happened to me. And I will continue to talk more about that as I heal from it. But going through a terrible divorce and having a narcissist do the stuff that he did, and we're learning so much more about other patients going through that. There was not a day you and your wife did not check on me. And you have such a heart for that and for patients that are going through things. And you really dig into that and you make it such a different podcast because you have such a heart and a love for patients and want to hear their stories. And that is such a neat thing and so different than so many of our podcasts. So we love it and we don't want you to ever stop because it's really cool and you have a great voice for it. But the other thing that you do too is like, I love that everybody needs a voice, and that goes exactly where your heart is in the podcast. Everybody deserves to tell their story, right? Everybody has a story. And a lot of times in a group, and we do when we're able to help and have a group that people can talk, we know not everybody does it. And not everybody gets that amount of time to just really share their story. So I'd love that you highlight what is your story. It's going to be different than mine. It's going to be different than the person before. So I'd love that you give that. And one of the other things that we talked about that you do is so true. And we both know so many people that choose to be ignorant with their disease. And again, I say this when I train, if I want it more than you do, I can't do anything, right? So if you choose to put your head in the sand, and now there are times that we all do that. It gets overwhelming. For a little bit, it's like, I can't anymore. I just need a break. But if you choose to go your life having this disease or another, and you choose to be ignorant, that's your choice.
Yeah.
But we both know what is the best thing. If you have to be your own advocate, if you have to, then what is the most sensible thing?
Right. Yeah. And that's kind of what my vision was for this podcast, Kathy, was to, I have 27 years in with this disease, multiple sclerosis, but I'm still learning from talking to people because my disease has been a different journey than everybody else's, and it's just, I think the more that you hear, the better that you understand this disease.
Right.
And that's my whole purpose. But I love your platform, Kathy, because, when I met you, beside the fact that you were a Michigan fan, I was really attracted to you because you attacked this disease a lot of the same way that I did.
Yeah.
And that was like in a gym, making sure I kept my mobility and you're an expert on that. And that's why I think that just me and you can team up together and just try to explain this disease because we got about the same amount of time in with this disease, 27 years.
Woo-hoo. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I love that about us, that we have the same ideas. Like, let's not let this go. Let's just keep working at it. And even the days where you don't want to go out, I don't want to go work out today. I don't want to do this. It's like, there's no choice. There's not I don't feel like it. It's like, what's my why? How much time am I going to spend in a gym, or how much time am I going to spend with my weights, and just do it.
Yeah.
So it is, I think, so crucial. And I love that you get that. I love that you do it. And thank you. I mean, for me, it's patients, people that are doing things to help us, companies and doctors.
Yeah, absolutely, Kathy. I know that, throughout my 27 years, I just come to the realization that people just don't understand this disease enough. And, and that's what my goal is just to help them understand. If they're new to this disease, and they're scared, I've been in those shoes, and just knowing that somebody else understands where they're coming from, I think is
for
really,
sure. You're gonna have to pop into to the newly diagnosed one. Pop in and say hello, and because
Yeah.
when I go and Adam says she's been diagnosed for 60 years, I'm like, really? Older than I actually am, but
That's not
so
nice.
you have to come in because he gives me a hard time every time.
That's not
So
nice.
no, it's not. But you're going to be interviewing him soon, like this week, right?
I am. I'm sitting down with Adam on Wednesday, and I'm looking forward to it.
Good.
He's got such an awesome story, and
Yeah,
such an awesome attitude with the way he approaches this disease, and you
he
just
does.
every day.
Like us too. Exercise is his biggest thing. So
Yep.
biggest thing I wanted to do today is just pop on and say hello, and just to kind of get you guys excited about more things and just more things coming at you this year about collaborating, but understanding different sides of different patients. And there's so many things that I'm so close to so many people who are doing podcasts, who are working with different people, and everybody comes at it in a different way. And I love that because there's so many different personalities.
Yeah.
And so I really, truly love that I can work with you and we can do different collaborations in different ways to meet different people because there's so many different personalities. And I think this is so great because we hit different needs. We both are sports fanatics, and that hits a different need than people that are like, what? Football, what? And so this hits a different, just different people. And so I love that we can do stuff together. And I love that we can promote each other and get excited, for each other so YouTube, look out. We're going to be going after you this year. So 2025, we are on our way, and there's no holding back this year because we wanted this year. We're going to be spreading a lot of awareness. So looking forward to it. Looking forward to working with you this year, Brian. I am so excited that we met, and I can't wait to see what you do with this podcast, and I'm looking forward to it. So high five.
Absolutely, Kathy. Yep, absolutely, Kathy. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on Kathy's
Yes,
podcast,
subscribe.
and hit the subscribe button on MS Michigan Man 64.
Yes, please do. Because a lot of people don't know that. They feel like I listened to it, it was great. But for us to be able to grow in our podcast to get sponsors, we have to have you hit subscribe. So please do that. Even if you listen on Apple, if you can subscribe on the other ones too, that'd be awesome. So thank you guys, and love you, Brian. Give big kisses to your wife.
All right.
Love you.
Bye.
All right, guys. Bye. Bye. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of the Move It or Lose It podcast. It would mean the world to me if you subscribed and left a review. Remember, you can find me on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and YouTube. New episodes of the Move It or Lose It podcast air every other Wednesday. If you have any suggestions for future guests or topics, please visit my website at www.msdisrupted.com. Until next time.